We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Washington Wizards come in for this one. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. With Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And now Washington starting group. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. Now here's Green. Back to Parker. Wide open shot is on the money. Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you free points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
Wizards on D. Duncan right side. Into Green. Here's Splitter. The shot from the low post is good. Splitter's got his first points in this one.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Wall passes to Beal. Dishes it to Nene. The hook, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here's Wall. Right side, Wall. Pierce dishes to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Parker kicks to Duncan. On the wing, Green. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Hit his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. Leonard against Pierce. And Gortat kicks to Nene. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Beal. Gortat with a screen on Green. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Gortat with the steal. Duncan against Pierce. The Wizards working the ball around now. That's good.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
And San Antonio has possession. Parker outside. The pass to Green. Back to Parker. Parker right side. Clock at 6. The drive by Green. No good. And Washington the other way now. Outside, Wall. Pass to Gortat. Beal dishes to Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. Into Nene. High arcing shot and good, coming off the assist by Wall. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Green against Beal. There's the pick. The drive by Green. Count the bucket. Green's got his second bucket.
You know, for a long time, people would think about the Spurs as a slow-it-down team, but they've had an explosive offense the past few seasons.
Now here's Wall. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Beal kicks to Wall. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Green with the ball. Now Beal defending. Pass to Duncan. Beal with the steal. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Nene kicks to Beal. Back to Nene. Beal, the pass to Nene. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Last season with the Spurs, they were second in effective field goal percentage. Top three as a team and a ton of other offensive categories, too. The analytics really supported what they did with the record.
Well, they play a lot faster pace than you would expect, and they're smart. And the shots they want to get are the ones that they take. I mean, they're always looking to have the ball find the best shot for their team. And it's very rare that that team would collectively go cold because of the ball movement and the quality offensive players they have.
And Splitter drops them both. For the past few seasons, the Wizards have been making trades almost every season, but they stuck with their roster last year, and Clark, it paid off.
It sure did, Kevin. You could see how they continued to grow into a really tight-knit, cohesive group over the season, and that always makes a difference.
Wall, that's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
San Antonio trailing here. Parker left side. And Green now, top of the key. Back to Parker. No one near him. And he connects with the jumper.
And some stability for this franchise, which had seen some ups and downs over the past few years. Nice to have a foundation for the Wizards to build off of.
And Wall. Here we go now. And Washington again with the bucket.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Parker outside, wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Fade away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And if you look at how Washington has set themselves up, the Wizards should be in a good place for a long time. I mean, they only have to make some minor adjustments to the roster as they have the major pieces in place, particularly that backcourt. John Wall, Bradley Beal, that's a keeper of a backcourt for a long time.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
San Antonio on defense. They trail by 1. Parker against Wall. Outside Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Wall against Parker. Wall's shot is off.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
Now here's Parker. Duncan with a screen on Beal. Green dishes to Duncan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best to play.
Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. I mean, he's just a winner and a leader. but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
And the shot's good from Nene. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Pierce with the steal. Outside, Wall. Pierce with a screen for Wall. The three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
Now here's Duncan. The drive by Green. Back to Duncan. Feeds it to Leonard. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Parker. Fires the three, and that one's good. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
And he answers right back with a three of his own.
Well, you can see it. They're getting into it a bit. A little mano-mano here. One-upsmanship taking place.
Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. Beal. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Outside, Green kicks to Leonard. Parker against Wall. Parker left side. Baseline jumper. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Beal kicks to Wall. Into Nene. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Parker drives in, and the layup is good. Parker's got 9 points.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, you look at the Wizards, they've got an interesting mix of younger players and veterans, and they tried to build their team with younger players, but a lack of leadership and maturity and professionalism led them to make some trades for more veteran presence, and you need a nice blend if you're going to win at a consistent level and get to the playoffs, and the Wizards got all the way to the second round as a result.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. Porter's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Bradley Beal. Now here is Miller. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And for a Wizards team that has mixed results in the draft, trading for proven veterans, Steve, certainly makes some sense.
Yeah, but it may also limit their upside. I mean, that's the trade-off with a solid veteran front line and a young developing backcourt. They have to see if they can continue to climb in the East.
Here's Mills, following the basket by Andre Miller. Mills passes to Dion. Misses from close range. Washington leading now by 5. Miller outside. He dishes it to Wall. Blair the screen. Back to Miller. Duncan against Wall. Rebound San Antonio.
Great defense in the paint. They're making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
The feed to Mills. Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Porter. Diallo, the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
3 turnovers so far for them. Too many. It looks like they're just not taking the game very seriously at this point.
Since the tip, they seem to be just a touch out of sync.
Washington with the ball, leading by 5. Miller outside. Now the dish to Wall. Wants to get it to Humphries and does. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Blair dishes to Porter. Humphries kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Wizards passing it around. Wall, that's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Mills with it, covered by Wall. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Ginobili. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And that's good. Marco Bellinelli for 3. Bellinelli's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Wizards leading by 5. Miller outside. Outside, Wall. Porter kicks to Miller. Ball's knocked loose. Ginobili with the steal. He feeds it to Mills. From downtown, that's good from Ginobili on the assist by Mills. And now just a 2-point Wizards lead. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Wizards leading by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up.
You know, the Spurs culture, really an example for the entire league, and you have to give a lot of credit to head coach Greg Popovich. He demands accountability and execution while at the same time balancing that with a really great sense of humor and an authentic interest in his players as people, and that goes a long way. And he's got a great leadership team around him, his owner and general manager. They've been a terrific trio for almost 2 decades now.
Wizards leading by 4. And Coach Greg Popovich really gets to know his players and his coaches, Steve. The staff goes on a retreat every offseason where they hang out, watch tape, and brainstorm ideas.
Yeah, I actually attended one of those off-season retreats a few summers back, and it was fascinating watching tape with the entire staff, talking about their team. What a great experience.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. All out there with Miller. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Blair, and it's Humphries in at the 4-man position.
Patty Mills is one of the first indigenous Australians to play in the NBA. Trained at the same Australian Institute of Sport that helped develop Andrew Bogut. He played his college ball at St. Mary's in the Bay Area and has really developed into a nice backup point guard.
And the Wizards making a change here. Beal's checked in. And both free throws good for Mills. And Mills more of a scoring point, not a big assist man by any means, Steve, but he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Yeah, great shooter with deep range, terrific speed and quickness. You know, he puts a lot of pressure on a defense.
Now here is Miller. Porter with it. Tries again. Here's Humphries. And finally they hit one. And the Wizards lead by 4.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Ginobili laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ginobili's got 5 points so far.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now here's Porter. Six to shoot. Now here's Beal. Tight defense on him. Mills with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Dishes to Ginobili. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Diaw, the screen. And here's Mills. Into Diaw. And stolen by Blair. Passes to Beal. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. 8 points here for Beal. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
The Wizards with the lead. Miller outside. Humphrey sets a pick for Miller. Now the pass to Beal. All alone. And Washington again with the bucket.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Ginobili against Beal. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Diaw, the screen. Pass to Mills. The shot will not go. Good D by Miller. Washington leading now by 4. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. And the Spurs with possession here. After the basket by Washington. Ginobili attacking. Bellinelli passes to Ginobili. Right at the free throw line. Another one falls for San Antonio. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Blair, and it's blocked, and he gets it back. And that one's good. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 7. Mills dishes to Splitter. And good on the basket. Book it. Splitter's got 6 points.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
Humphrey sets a pick for Miller. Pass to Humphries. Now here's Beal. He's got 10. And there's the call on Ginobili. And the Spurs with some changes. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Then for the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Blair. Nene comes in for Chris Humphries. And Pierce subbed in for Porter. Spurs on defense. 4-point game. Beal's shot is good.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. You know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
Wizards leading by 7. No good. Excellent D there from Parker. Here is Splitter. 6 points for him. Ginobili outside. Just 5 on the clock. Good. Ginobili's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Now Miller knocks it loose. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Green is checked in for Manu Ginobili.
In for your Spurs, Daniel Green.
It's Beal on the wing, guarded by Green. That's good from Beal on the assist by Nene. Beal's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Parker kicks to Leonard. Diaw, the screen. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Good D by Miller.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Pierce, good.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now here's Parker. He's got 9. Feeds to Green. Back to Parker. Parker left side. Outside, Green. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Green's got 7 points in the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. He's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. And a switcher also for Washington. Wall's checked in. He kicks to Beal. Nene with the screen on Green. Wall wide open. Rebound San Antonio.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or just a spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
Here's Beal from 8 feet away. He drops it in. Beal's got 18 points.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Duncan. Another one falls for San Antonio. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
And here is Parker, following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. Parker passes to Leonard. Kicks it to Diaw. Parker outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Diaw, the screen. Parker kicks to Green. Launches it. And he gets it to go. Green's got 10 points in the game.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And the foul called on Daniel Green. Off the inbound, and Bradley Beal again. Beal's got 22 points.
They're going to have to tighten up defensively, guys, because they're really giving up way too many open looks.
To the wing right side. Here's Duncan, and it's San Antonio with another.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Wizards leading by 9. All with it. He's got 13. And the shot is good. Wall's got 15 points.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
Now here's Parker. He's got 9. Duncan with the screen for Green. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Wall against Parker. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. The feed to Beal. Lets the 3 fly. Tries again. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Parker kicks to Green. That's good.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Now here's Beal. 22 points for him. Gortat trying to break loose. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 24 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Green kicks to Duncan. Beal against Parker. The dish now to Diaw. Back to Parker. 13 feet away. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. And 11 points for Tony Parker.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nene with the screen on Parker. It's Pierce on the wing. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Parker with it. 11 points in the game. Releases from 15. And another basket for San Antonio.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Wall. The shot is off. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Wizards lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with John Wall. And, John, you're really lighting it up out there with your jump shot. What is the reason behind shooting it more as opposed to driving it more?
I'm just trying to do whatever defense gives me. They're giving me my jump shot right now, and I'm in a good rhythm. And you see if they help me, I'm looking to pass my teammates. I'm not going to try to force the issue. If I got the shot, I got to take, I'm going to do it. I know my team need me to do more tonight, and that's what I want to do. If I want to be a match player and franchise player, I got to take my team along with me. That's what I'm trying to do.
John, thank you. Kevin, he can hurt you either way.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.